to all visiting teams.
Beware.
What did I say last year?
Don't come back here.
Did I tell y'all not to come back here?
Do it.
Y'all don't listen. Don't listen.
You gonna play me in my house?
Jay just do it out.
I either get back on the bus or I'm gonna throw you under the bus. Get back on the bus before I throw you under.
This is the Pirates' house, boy.
You gonna get hurt in here, embarrassed.
I'm gonna steal the ball, the lead, the game.
I'm gonna steal your shoes, your jacket, Michael Jackson collection,
Yo, FUBU hat.
and your girlfriend.
I'm gonna break you down, man.
I'm born like that.
It's just a pirate in me, baby.
Better bring your A game.
Better bring your A game, brother. We balling tonight. Get your popcorn ready. Go buy your Coke.
Your pizza's gonna be a party tonight.
Pirates basketball is next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alumni Arena here on the beautiful campus of Armstrong Atlantic State University in Savannah, Georgia. My name is Colton Hendricks, and I am here with three-time Southeast Regional Coach of the Year for women's soccer, Eric Faulkner. Eric, welcome.
Colton, how are you?
We're hanging in there. We're here to bring you the very last day of the very last action, the very last day here of the Hampton Inn & Suites Fall Finals Classic, as the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are here to take on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates in men's basketball action. Like we said, the last game of the Fall Classic, and it's been an exciting tournament thus far. Just a few minutes ago, the ASU Women's Pirates took on Tampa. Although it wasn't a good game for the Pirates necessarily. Hopefully, the Pirates from last night are hoping to avenge a loss to Mount Olive last night in a close game. They lost by 8, 75-67. Talking to Coach Jamie Luther earlier, the Pirates, whatever it was, they needed more of it. He said he didn't get specific. It was they weren't fast enough, they weren't big enough, they weren't strong enough. Like Coach Jamie Luther said, he said whatever adjective it is, they need more of it. Eric.
Yeah, and Coach Luther, obviously, we talked about it. Took this job late last year after Jeff Burkhammer has moved on to Lander, and the Pirates last year graduated 4 seniors. So, really a rebuilding year, so to speak, for Coach Luther, and having a time to get the players in and his system of play in. And the Pirates, are 3-4 on the year. Their best win so far this year looks to be against the St. Augustine's team that came in here and went 2-0 and beat the very beat Lenoir-Rhyne and beat Mount Olive. So Coach Luther knows that his team's capable, and tonight's going to be a good test for him.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we talked about earlier. The Lenoir-Rhyne Bears come into this game struggling a bit, coming in at 2-6. They took on St. Augustine yesterday, a team that Armstrong had beat, and they lost 65-54. And St. Augustine earlier today took on Mount Olive as kind of the unofficial championship of the 2009 Hampton Inn & Suites Fall Finals Classic. And St. Augustine came away with that one in a tight game. St. Augustine is a very strong team, but here we're talking about Armstrong and Lenoir-Rhyne. Armstrong coming tonight, like I said, looking to get out of this game 1-1 before they start the tournament before New Year's on the 28th and 29th. And like I said, we're just trying to avenge. Come out here strong, Eric.
Yeah, the biggest thing they want to find out is you gotta find out what you got going into conference play, and no matter what happens in the early games, conference play is like another season. So it kind of goes back to they already put Augusta up there, who's one of the best teams in the country, and it didn't fare well, but there's a lot of games to be played for Coach Luther's team, getting through these 2 tournaments and into conference play.
All right, and we're going to take a break as you learn your Pirates' favorite musician.
Jeremy Luther, Def Leppard.
Evans Davis, Andre 3000.
Marquise Duval, So Icy Entertainment. Gucci Man the Flair, Bling Blow Burr. Bring my jacket.
Who's Gucci Man?
My front yard still look like a car show. Mansion so big, kids playing Where's Waldo.
Patrick Shopeka, Gucci Man, Bling Blow Burr. Now Hoochie, Gucci Man.
Dottie Jay-Z.
Can I say my height, weight too? 6'3", 225 pounds, all muscle.
Karan McKenzie, Young Jeezy, way better than Gucci Man.
Jesse Wheeler, Gucci Man.
Bling Blow Burr.
Gabriel Robinson, and the King of the South, T.I. King, man, King, not Gucci.
Grant Domsick, Citizen Coat. I like stuff with more instruments, drums, guitars, not just straight beats, sometimes not making a lot of sense.
Bling Blau Burr, bring my jacket.
I don't know who Gucci Man is.
Bling Blau Burr.
Mark Thomas, Ray Charles. I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
Pierre Bakinde, Jay-Z.
Brett Goodwell, Escaping the Fate.
I'm the most handsome looking man on the team.
Eris Brundage, Nigel Lee.
Alan Love, Joel Santana.
Hey,
yeah. Nigel Lee, Golf Brooks.
I love country music.
I like country music. Do you have a problem with that?
Whoa.
David Pruitt, Dave Matthews. Why I Am is a recent hit. I like that one a lot.
Chris Van Langham, Nigel Lee.
Zach Corliss, Eminem, Jay-Z.
You about to see the DMX impression. You never seen it?
Hello. Where my dogs at? What? Huh? Where my dogs at? Lay it up. What? Dunk it. Hit the three. What? Hello.
Cortland Hendricks back here with Eric Faulkner at Armstrong Atlantic State University, the Alumni Arena, as Armstrong Atlantic State University take on the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. As we're going to turn over now to PA announcer Sean Brown to introduce the starting lineups. Cortland Hendricks back here with Eric Faulkner at Armstrong Atlantic State University here for men's basketball action as the Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates are to take on the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. And Eric looking over the numbers last night, Armstrong in a loss to Mount Olive gave up 17 points, two sets of 17 points and 10 points to the three guards of Mount Olive last night in a very strong effort. However, like I said, they came up a little short. And looking at Lenoir-Rhyne's numbers, they have one real guard threat, and that's guard Marcus Hodges. But their absolute dominant threat at offense is DJ Blackman.
Yeah, the big thing that hurt Armstrong yesterday was kind of that backdoor cut pass. You know, they were getting some easy baskets yesterday, Mount Olive, and Coach Luther talked about that, having to be aware of that again here tonight against Lenoir-Rhyne.
Well, last night against Mount Olive, it just seemed like it just seemed like the Trojan guards could not miss. Every shot behind the arc just seemed like it was falling. And Armstrong tonight, like you said, they don't really have to worry. There is the only real scoring threat from that's not down low is Marcus Hodges, who scored 15 last night. But like I said, the big main threat is DJ Blackman. As the Pirates as the Bears win the ball, Marcus Hodges takes it, passes it over to Nathaniel Shaw. Crawford with it. Back over to Shaw. Back to Crawford. Back to Hodges. Over to Davis. in the corner to Crawford. Crawford kicks it back over to Davis. Davis takes a shot, unable to hit as Hodges gets the rebound. Hodges has a stolen. Shapika able to break it up. Passes over to Gabe Robinson. Robinson driving down to the basket, goes up. Passes it to Shapika. Appeared to be fouled. No call.
Yeah, it didn't look like Shapika was ready for that pass either, though.
Yeah.
Need to be a little bit more alert there on the drive by Gabriel.
The Pirates are unable to capitalize on the turnover. Bears have the ball back. Davis with it. Down to Blackman. Blackman struggling with it. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be Pirate basketball. No score here early. 18:58 in the first half. Coach John Lentz talking to his players about what's going on as they're able to get really anything offensively going. Pirates haven't had an offensive stand except for that one brief 5 seconds on the fast break. Robinson. Yeah, but Robinson, the 6'1", 210 senior guard from Augusta, Georgia. Over to Shapika. Back over to Cron McKenzie, the transfer from Savannah State. Shapika driving, spin move, takes it up. Another underhand, nice underhand move as basically Shapika just takes over, says, I want the points.
Yeah, nice move by Shapika. Comes in today's game averaging 17.1, leading all scorers for the Pirates.
Hodges. Over to Davis. Back to Crawford. Crawford back to Davis. Over to Shaw. Hodges. Crawford. Back to Davis. A lot of passing going on by the Bears. As Blackman takes a nice jumper. It's what we talked about already, Eric. You're going to have to stop Blackman if you want a chance to beat this Bears team.
There's
Karan McKenzie taking a nice three. Hodges taking it out. Pirates with a fast 5-2 lead. Davis with the ball. Passes it over to Crawford, who took a cut across the middle, didn't want the basket. Over to Hodges, back to Davis.
Blocked there by Robinson.
As Crawford decides to take the shot from the corner, very nice looking jumper. 5-4 Pirate lead. McKenzie back out to Robinson, over to Van Lanningham. Nice ball fake. Back to Robinson in the corner to McKenzie. Takes the shot. Another nice three by Karan McKenzie.
McKenzie's heating up where he's hot already. I'll tell you, he's had 2 nice threes there.
I'll tell you what, he better. That's what we were talking about actually earlier in the pregame with some of the people on Stat Row. He better get.
He had a tough night last night.
Yeah, he had a very tough night last night. Overall, 1 for 12 shooting, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line.
That's great about a shooter like Karan. He's going to come out there and he's going to shoot, and shooters are going to shoot. So the only way you got out of slump is by making a few. Last night he was 1 for 12 as you said, and he came out here and he's hit his first 2, so he's got to be feeling pretty good about that.
Foul on the play for the Pirates. Marquise Duval with the foul. Duval, the 6'7", 235 senior forward from Columbia, South Carolina, transfer from College of Charleston. As Nathaniel Shaw, the 6'5", 205-pound junior forward from Fayetteville, North Carolina, misses his first free throw, makes the second one. Pirates 8-5 lead. Robinson running the point. Dribbling, looking to find open players. Marquise Duval finds Duval underneath. Duval making some moves. Tries an underhand under the basket. No good. As Crawford gets the rebound. Crawford dribbling. Stripped by Robinson. Tapped over. Marquise Duval finally with the steal.
Yeah.
Although he'll get the stat, Gabe Robinson was the one who definitely took the ball away.
Threw it back away, but the Pirates did a great job earlier getting back defensively to create that turnover. Got 3 guys back quickly, but unfortunately threw the ball back away, so Lenoir-Rhyne gets it back.
Turnovers can make you or break you. Shaw with the ball. Passes it back to Hodges. Over to Davis. A lot of ball movement so far early, Eric, by the Bears. A lot of quick passes.
Seem to like to work it around the perimeter and bump it inside.
As Nathaniel Shaw takes it up. We're just talking about Shaw. He gets another chance at the foul line. Takes it up. Big, strong body goes up and gets fouled. Count the basket.
As you said, Cortland, they work the ball around the outside, 3-point range, looking for an open shot. If they don't get it, they're going to bang it inside, and they were able to do that there and get fouled.
As Ayers Brundage makes his way in for Marquise Duval. Ayers, the 6'4", 210 freshman guard forward from Atlanta, Georgia, showing a lot of promise here so far early in this young season.
Absolutely.
Like we talk about Brundage, and just like on cue, he makes a great rebound. Robinson running the point. Back to his left, passes out to Shapika. Shapika for three. Makes it off the rim. Brundage with another rebound, although he's called for the travel. Brundage did a great job of going up, being strong, getting the ball, but just a simple mistake. He moved his feet too many times.
Well, young players are going to make those kind of mistakes, but like you said, he's shown a lot of promise here.
Davis. Back out to Hodges. Back to Davis. A lot like we talked about, Eric. All these quick passes, a lot of backdoor cuts. Crawford back out to Hodges. Hodges with the three. No good. Brundage once again with the rebound. That's three in less than 2 minutes of playing ball. Van Landingham takes it up. Nice move around the back for two.
Van Landingham is the second leading scorer on the Pirates. He's averaging 14.6. So Shapika and Van Landingham are going to have big nights tonight.
There's always a big debate about whether you should redshirt freshmen or not. And previous coach Jeff Burkhammer, he didn't play Van Landingham a lot, but he got him those minutes, and it's definitely showing this year as he's become one of the Pirates' best players.
I think of all the freshmen on the team last year, he was probably the one that got the most minutes, and this has really served him well this year so far.
As DJ Blackman goes up for the high percentage shot off the backboard. Pirates with a 10-9 lead, 14:55 remaining. Next dead ball will be a media. Shapika takes it up, fouled, and it does not go in. He celebrated half a second too early. Although a charge is called, I apologize.
Yeah, the foul's going on Patrick Shapika.
Dead ball media. And Eric, like we talked about earlier, we need the Pirates needed to slow down. DJ Blackman, the 6'6" center, and as of right now already, he has four of the 9 points for the Bears.
Yeah, he has 4 points, and he's got to be a handful. It looks like Karan McKenzie's got to be happy with the quick start with 2 3-pointers to get 6 points early after the performance yesterday. It's hard to turn around, in 24 hours and play another game. Both these teams are having to do it, but so far, pretty even. Obviously, the score indicates that, and the big thing is, can your scorers, Shapika, Van Landingham, McKenzie, do what they need to do tonight?
Absolutely. Media timeout. We'll take on with them. You're listening to Pirate Radio. Cortland Hendricks here with AASU soccer coach Eric Faulkner, watching here for the final game of the 2009 Hampton Inn Suites Fall Finals Classic, as Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are taking on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates in men's basketball. Armstrong here with an early 10-9 lead, as Bears commit a foul, number 23, DJ Blackman with the foul. Pirates will take over. Van Landingham back over Robinson.
Coach Luther doesn't have at his disposal is a big bench.
Well, like we talked about earlier, just sitting around talking at these basketball games, all these players came with him from Newberry. He has a couple of injuries. One player being Zach Corliss had shoulder surgery over the summer, but pretty much over there, if it's not freshmen, it's 2 or 3 transfers from Newberry. And, of course, NCAA rules, if you transfer in your division, you have to sit out a year. And it shows, it's like we talked about earlier, it shows the commitment that these players have, wanting to set out for 1 year just to play for Luther for 1 more year.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's pretty optimistic about when he gets them all in his system and on the team that they're going to be able to do a good job next season. But coaching hard this season, coaching his guys up and trying to get the best out of them.
It's definitely easy to say that nobody else in the business works harder than Coach Jeremy Luther. Into the game for the Bears is Will Carpenter, the 6'6" forward from 6'6", 325 forward freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina, getting his first action of the game, shooting free throws. Makes his first one.
Yeah, 59% free throw shooter is Carpenter. So.
Makes both of them 100% for the game right now. Robinson with the ball. Struggling a little bit. David Pruitt into the game for the Pirates.
Pruitt tried to get a bounce pass in the run bridge, but he couldn't quite get it in there, but they still be able to keep.
Chapika makes his way in for Carl McKenzie.
Possession though.
Past Chapika. 6', 380-pound senior guard from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Robinson with the ball. Drives to his right. Spin move. Takes it up. Off the backboard. Rings around the rim a couple times and falls down. Robinson with his first points of the game.
You really look at it, Cortland Robinson was really the only player that's on the floor or on this team that had any valuable minutes last year. He ran the point for Coach Burkhammer, played pretty much the entire games. But the rest of the players are either new or they had limited minutes.
Absolutely. The other one really being Marquise Duval, but then again, he didn't really get a lot of playing time behind one of the best Pirate players in Calvin Johnson. Marcus Hodges, the ball, trying to shake and bake a little bit. Over to Carpenter. Carpenter fumbles it a little bit to Blackman. Blackman takes it up. Another 2 points for Blackman already in this game. Pirates on the counter. Robinson hands it off to Pruitt. Out to Chapika. Chapika looking. Hands it to Van Lanningham. Tight pass. Van Lanningham dribbling. Ball fake to the right. Passes it back out to Brundage. Brundage, no good. Carpenter gets the rebound for the Bears. Davis with it. Hodges with it. Back out to Blackman. Blackman with the long jumper. Fight between Brundage and between Robinson. Gets the ball. Chapika taking it down. Stops a little bit to the left. Spin move. Changes mind. Comes back out. Gives the ball back to Robinson. Back to his right. Foul is called. Foul is called on number 5. Alex Watkins, a 6'2", 180-pound freshman guard from Charlotte, North Carolina. And into the game for the Bears, number 30, Jeff Thomas, the 6'8", 230 sophomore forward center from Ethland, North Carolina.
Oh, it's early, Cortland. Both teams shooting a little over 55% from the field. So
Robinson with Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham driving, left hand. Tries to kick it out to Brundage. Brundage is blocked. However, it is called a foul. Number 20.
Good pass by Van Lanningham. Brundage was a little bit deep below the basket, so it was a tough shot.
It was definitely a great idea. He had a great look, just a little bit more of an accurate pass, a little bit more to his left, a little bit down right in Brundage's hands. Could have been easy too. Brundage, only a 368 free throw percentage shooter.
Definitely not a long-range shooter by any stretch of the imagination. Hasn't attempted a 3 all year either.
Well, he knows what his job is. And we was talking earlier last night. Nigel Lee not seeing any action last night against the Mount Olive Trojans. Like I said, they were a very, very quick team, and Nigel would have just Nigel's known more for his size, not his speed. He wouldn't have really been that helpful for the Pirates. Didn't get any playing time last night.
Kind of what you would call a space filler.
The enforcer.
Definitely is that,
the
but
enforcer.
His transfer from Division I St. Francis.
Chapika with the ball, dribbles, takes a shot, good for the long range 2. Chapika with 4 points on the night. Pirates with a 16-13 lead, 11:30 and counting. First half here. Carpenter takes a long to Van Lanningham with the rebound off his, appeared to be his own foot. They're going to call it off of Carpenter's foot. Pirates retain possession.
I think it's one of those calls that could have been a foul. Perhaps they didn't call it. No harm.
Just letting them play, I guess.
Letting them play, right?
Robinson at the point. Chapika. Out of Van Lanningham. Driving. Takes it up into triple coverage, I guess you could say. Triple teamed. Didn't hear who the foul was on. Ben Lanningham will shoot 2. Coach John Lentz for the Bears will call timeout. Eric, like we talked about earlier, it was about yesterday. Mount Olive was a very, very fast team. Talking about Nigel and his presence, needs to be felt against somebody like DJ Blackman.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's a good move by Jeremy Luther to get him into the game. Obviously, a big body, that can be a handful down low defensively and offensively. And, I think as the season goes on, they're going to need him to be able to give us some valuable minutes. So last night, don't believe he got in last night. He's going to need some valuable minutes down the stretch from Nigel, and we'll see what he can do.
Sorry, just give me a second trying to look up stats on Nigel in the media guide. Like Eric, like you said, Division I St. Francis transfer. He did not play. He played for one season at Frederick Community College as a sophomore in 2007-2008. Born in Washington, D.C. Says Glenn Davis is his favorite sports personality, the longtime Laker player. 18-13 Pirate lead, 11-11 left in the game. Left in the first half. Apologize, getting a little ahead of myself. Hodges with the ball. Dribbling to his right. Pass it over to Davis. Hodges with the long 2. Shapika trying to get the rebound. Second effort, gets it. Very nice effort.
Good effort by Shapika.
Shapika with the ball, dribbling to his right. Little pitch to Pruitt. David Pruitt with the long 3. With the short 3. Yeah, David Pruitt, the 6'4", 175 redshirt freshman guard from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
Pruitt worked off the screen there and hit a wide open jumper. Pretty shot.
Overall, good technique by the 2 Pirate players there. Davis. Over to Hodges. Out to Walls. Walls with the ball. Shoots. Tipped by Nigel. Appeared that Nigel tipped it in the Pirates' bucket, but I don't know who they're going to count that to. It looked like one of those own goal situations. However, I think the points went to number 20, Kamiko Walls, the 6'4", 195 guard freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A lot of young freshmen and sophomores on this Lenoir-Rhyne team. Shapika with the long 3.
Pirates off to a good start. Jeremy Luther got to be pleased with the intensity, but just you spread in the wealth offensively. Got several guys at 4 points, a couple chipping in. Obviously, Karan McKenzie got off to a good start of 6. But we're getting some points from a lot of different players right now, which is important.
That's Karan McKenzie and Ayers Brundage come in for Nigel Lee and David Pruitt. I think a foul was called on the Pirates. Not entirely sure.
We have media timeout on the floor.
Media timeout. First dead ball under 10 minutes. Pirates lead at 24-15. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Pirate Athletics.
The Armstrong Athletic Department wishes to thank the following for their support of AASU basketball: AT&T, Coca-Cola, Little Caesars, Carmike Winsong Theaters, Smoothie King, Waffle House, Pita Pita, and a special thanks to Hampton Inn Suites for their outstanding support of this 2009 Hampton Inn Suites Fall Finals Classic.
Thank you very much. Eric Cortland Hendricks back here with Eric Faulkner. Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirate basketball action as the men are taking on the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears with an early lead, 24-15 with 9:33 remaining in the first half. Pirates looking strong so far with some outside shooting and some big post play.
Yeah, it's a good start. The work ethic on the defensive end has been good. Yeah, like I said earlier, they've gotten some points from different people. Patrick Shapika with 7, McKenzie with 6.
A little bit of a tongue twister. Karan, jumper from the corner. Robinson with the rebound out to Brundage. Brundage takes it up, no good. Shapika with the tip, more tip. Bounces around. Spencer Sidney from Lenoir-Rhyne finally comes down with it.
One thing you notice about Patrick Shapika is how athletic he is. He just can.
Oh. Sidney answers the call, comes off the bench with a rebound and a quick 3. We always talk about, after the game, you sit around and talk about how athletic Shapika is. He easily has the biggest vertical of any of the players on the team, and he's just very athletic and a very quick body. He's a very good overall basketball player. Van Lanningham with the 3, no good. Blackman with the rebound, passes it back to Hodges. Hodges attacking. Back out to Sidney. Back to Hodges. Dribbling. Attacks to the left on Robinson. Robinson's going to be called with the foul. Kind of nudged his shoulder into him a little bit as he tried to go towards the basket.
Yeah. Well, sometimes early on, though, if someone's going to the basket, you want to let them know it's not going to be uncontested. It's going to be contested. I think, sometimes early fouls good like that.
Absolutely. Robinson with his first foul. The Pirates right now losing the foul battle as they have 7. Lenoir-Rhyne only with 5. 4 out of the 5 Pirate players on the floor right now have fouls. The only one that does not is Karan McKenzie. As Hodges makes both of his free throws. Robinson back out to Brundage. Top of the key, Brundage dribbling, hands it off to Gabe. To Robinson, a little bit of a mishandle. Robinson dribbling down, 20 seconds on the shot clock, out to McKenzie. McKenzie with the 3 from the corner. Very, very nice basketball by the Pirates on that one, Eric.
Well, McKenzie is probably the best shooter on the team, and if he heats up like he is right now, could bode very good things for the Pirates.
We talked about last night he struggled. 1 for 12 from the floor, 1 for 7 beyond the arc. He definitely needed to correct a few mistakes tonight before heading into this the heart of the schedule. Foul's going to be called on Robinson as kind of blatantly reaches up, and Coach Luther letting him know he's not too happy about it.
That's a perfect example with McKenzie, what confidence can do for you. You hit your first couple shots, and then you think you can make everything. We saw that in the women's game earlier today. Last night, they weren't falling, and then he starts to press a little bit, and then, for a shooter, when they're pressing, it's not a good situation. So it's good to see McKenzie back on track.
Yeah. McKenzie on the season overall is a 33% shooter, not the best, but still a decent shooter. Roughly 25%, struggling a little bit this year from beyond the arc. But he's definitely turning, so far, knock on wood, turning it around tonight.
Comes into the game averaging 11.5, so he already has 9.
27-22 Pirate lead by 5. 7:48 and counting remaining in the first half. Pirates are looking to advance the lead. Shapika with the ball, out to Van Lanningham. Looking for an open player. Back out to Shapika. Shapika dribbling back, changes his mind. Getting some more room. Scanning the court. Drives to his left. Lowers his shoulder. But can't see number 15. Nathaniel Shaw, he had the right idea, just didn't quite get his feet planted.
Yeah, got there a little bit too late. Good call by the officials.
As Will Carpenter makes his way back onto the court for the Bears. Coach Jeremy Luther giving play orders. McKenzie passes it back out to Robinson, past the half-court line. Robinson backs a drive down to Shapika. Shapika to McKenzie. McKenzie driving. Right hand out to Shapika to his right. Open 3. Overshoots it, hits the backboard. Rebound by Carpenter. Bears with the ball. John Halfcock with the ball. Passes it over to Sidney. Sidney to Carpenter. To guess who? DJ Blackman. Blackman with, that's what you call the high percentage shot.
Yeah, slammed it right through, so.
DJ Blackman, the big body, 6'6", 6'6" junior, leading the team in scoring over 20 points a game.
Yeah, Shapika, nice move to the basket right there to pick up the 2. As the Bears are slowly trying to climb back in this one, 29-24 Pirate lead.
With Davis not on the floor, Hathcock is running the point. Out to Sidney. Back to Hathcock. Over to Blackman. Blackman looking. Takes the ball up. Fadeaway. Doesn't fall. Shapika up. As Crawford went up with Shapika and Brundage. Neither one comes down with it off a Pirate player. It'll be Lenoir-Rhyne basketball.
Seeing more effort tonight from the Pirates on the defensive end. I think Coach Luther was kind of disappointed in that last night and said that, they got to be tougher. I think they're showing that toughness right now.
Absolutely. Carpenter on 2. Brundage with the block. Very, very nice by the freshman. Can't get the ball. Carpenter misses again. Blackman goes up. Fouled by Brundage. He'll shoot 2, I believe. Blackman heading to the line for the first time tonight. Already with 8 points on the season.
Knocks down the first.
On the season, Blackman is 31 for 41, right at 75% shooting from the foul line.
Got it.
Makes the second one. Already 10 points here for the junior.
That was one of your keys to the game, was kind of contain him a little bit.
It was. If he doesn't score any more, we should be okay.
We'll be all right then, huh?
Shapika with the ball. Off the backboard, no good. Hustle for the ball. Brundage with a little elbow to Hathcock's back. No call. Out of bounds off Shapika. Bears gain possession. 29-26 Pirate lead. Under 6 remaining in the first half. Hathcock running the point. Out to Hodges. Back over to the corner to Blackman. Cross court to Hodges. To Sidney from the corner. McKenzie's there for the rebound. Pirates attacking. Brundage dribbles back to his right. Crossover. Hathcock's called for the foul.
Got to take a baseline and got bumped on his way to the basket, so he will go to the line. As we said earlier, not a
stellar shooter.
Not a stellar shooter from the foul line. 42%.
So far, knock on wood, I'm not going to say anything just yet. If those of you who are at home have the live stats up, you know what I'm not going to say.
I'll take that back. I was being generous. It's actually 36%.
42%
from the
field. I'm sure him and his parents, whoever's listening to it, his family appreciate it. I shouldn't have said anything. He was shooting 100% so far this evening.
Just want to be accurate.
He's now either 4 for 5 or 3 for 4. I believe he's 3 for 4. Excuse me.
Three-second violation.
Seemed to be a couple of those earlier in the women's game for Armstrong. Coach Matt Smith needing to correct that. First one of the night tonight. First one of this game though. Shapika running the point. Out to Van Landingham. Harrett out to Brundage. Dribbles down to the basket. Right hand over his head. Off the backboard. Good for 2.
Yeah, nice play by Brundage there.
Hathcock calling the play. Blackman beyond the arc. It's Carpenter. Over to Hodges. The Wall from the top of the key. It is good. Wall on the season. An impressive 53%, 10 of 19 from the foul line. Excuse me, from beyond the arc. McKenzie. Down low to Shapika. Tries ball fake, doesn't work. Cornered, out to McKenzie, 15 on the shot clock. Dribbles a little bit. Van Landingham with the screen. NBA range 3, no good. Pruitt tries, no good for the rebound.
I think what hurts the Pirates a little bit is their inability to really get the ball down low. They really struggle to get the ball down low, so it's a team that has to get the open looks, open jumpers, or drive and penetrate and get to the line.
Shapika with a steal. Down to Van Landingham. Van Landingham reluctant, still goes it up, rolls off. Shapika's there, no good again. Shapika gets it. However, his foot was over the line. Turnover. The Pirates, Eric, that was definitely an opportunity the Pirates should have scored. They had multiple chances for easy baskets, and they just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, they definitely had some chances there. It was good hustle, good work rate to keep it alive, but they should have put one of those back in. So we're 32-29 now. Pirates lead.
If not the first time, definitely the second and possibly third time. Definitely those are easy makeable baskets. And for as talented as these athletes are, those should be made. Wall. No good as Crawford gets the rebound, punched out of his hand. It's kicked out of bounds. Officials say it is Lenoir-Rhyne ball as Davis makes his way back into the game for Wall. As they reset the shot clock. Gabriel Robinson making his way in for Patrick Shapika. Davis got the ball out to Hodges. Back to Davis. Out to Crawford. Over to Crawford. Down to Thomas, and Thomas misses. The 6'8" sophomore. And Landingham takes it up. He is fouled down in the baseline. Number 11, John Hathcock. That is Hathcock's second foul of the game.
Landingham's done a nice job of driving to the basket. Dribble penetration. He's got some good shots off that way or get to the line. But I think that's kind of the key for the Pirates is that they're not going to be able to bang it inside. They got to dribble penetrate and see what they can get out of that.
Van Landingham makes his first one. Chris Van Landingham, the 6'4", 200-pound sophomore guard from Hendersonville, North Carolina, like we talked about earlier. One of the ones that saw playing time last year under Coach Jeff Burkhammer definitely capitalized, and Jeremy Luther's turned him into a starter this year.
Yeah, he's averaging 14.6 points a game. He came in as a freshman. I think he may have been a leading scorer in North Carolina. He was averaging over something like 30 points a game, so he definitely can score in high school. Coming in, but college a different ball game, but he's doing well this year.
And Van Landingham fighting for the ball. As Davis is on the ground, Van Landingham almost a scrum at the bottom of a pile in rugby or football. Wasn't taking no mercy. Ends up benefiting the Pirates. Jump ball. Pirates get the ball.
Yeah, he's playing. Van Landingham's hustling. He's working hard tonight. Got 6 points. Pirates' effort so far in this half, Cortland, a lot stronger effort than it was last night.
Absolutely. Pruitt at the top of the key. Over to McKenzie. McKenzie out to Van Landingham. Van Landingham down to Robinson, down low. Robinson ball fake up. No good. Goes out of bounds. Original call was Lenoir-Rhyne ball. Changed it to the Pirate ball. McKenzie. Good long jumper. Nice spin move. That was all Karan McKenzie on that one.
Yeah, confidence is everything in sports sometimes, and Karan right now has his shot on and not afraid to take it.
Spencer.
Good job by Van Landingham the last second to get over there and get a hand on that.
Robinson with the rebound, passes it off to Van Landingham. Landingham stripped to the ball, out of bounds. Pirates retain possession. Brundage out to McKenzie. No good by Brundage. Hodges with the rebound. Davis. No good. Blackman with the rebound. Over his shoulder, no good. Foul on the play. Fouls on Gabriel Robinson. Robinson's third. Blackman already with 10 points, looking to make it 11 and 12. No good for the first one. Blackman, like I said earlier, 75% free throw shooter. It is good. Pirates with a 36-30 lead, a minute 30 left. McKenzie. Brundage with the long two, no good. Not really sure why he took that shot. He's not known as an outside shooter.
Good shot by Pruitt, though.
David Pruitt with the rebound, a nice putback. 2 points for the Pirates.
Pruitt now with 5 points.
Hodges. Rebound, off the mark, out of bounds, Pirates ball.
Pirates have a chance to extend this lead to double digits before half.
As Hathcock and Matt Kunz makes his way in the game for the first time. The 6'7", 200-pound freshman from Kernersville, North Carolina. McKenzie, Van Lanningham at the top of the key. Pruitt, long three. Three is good. Good. 35 seconds and counting. Hathcock with the ball. One shot here for the Bears is what's expected. Kunz takes it from the top of the key. Looks, not there. Hathcock around the bounce. Van Lanningham there with the steal. Out of Shapika. 20 seconds left. Shapika driving. Down. Takes it up.
Yep. Little carry on that one. So 15 seconds left. Shot clock is off, Cortland. And Lenoir-Rhyne will have a chance to
one shot opportunity here.
Cut this lead right before the half. But good half for the Pirates so far.
Very strong, good effort by the Pirates too. And Chris Van Lanningham definitely showing off tonight. 6 points.
Throw it away.
Move
Pirates
steal
got a chance.
to Van Lanningham. 3 seconds. Takes it up. Good. Floater in. And that'll be the half. And Eric, it was like we talked about. The Pirates had to come out here and play strong. Coach Luther not happy with the effort and the strength of how they were playing last night. He wanted an improvement of that as they get ready for the tournament next week on the 28th and 29th.
Yeah, much improved effort defensively, attacking wise. It's a balanced scoring. They got McCrum-McKenzie with 11 points, Patrick Shapika with 9, David Pruitt with 8, Chris Van Lanningham with 6, and Aris Brundage with 5. So points across the board for the most part from the Pirates, who have opened up a 13-point lead going into here to the half. So we'll take the break with them. Armstrong Atlantic leading Lenoir-Rhyne 43-30.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Armstrong Atlantic State University, the Alumni Arena in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. Here for men's basketball action as Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are taking on your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates. Armstrong right now with a 43-30 lead at halftime. Quillen Hendricks here with Eric Faulkner, head women's soccer coach. And Eric, as we talked about earlier, as one of the keys to the game was shutting down, DJ Blackman for Lenoir-Rhyne, and he hasn't had an outstanding half where it's a show off, but he had a decent half, 11 points, 6 rebounds. You know, and that's what we talked about, and what Coach Jeremy Luther said about shutting down the big playmakers. And it wasn't really shut down, but he had a decent half.
Yeah, 11 points, but realistically, they don't really have a whole lot from anyone else. You know, they have 30 points in the half. He has 11 of them. You know, the second leading scorers, I believe, Nathaniel Shaw with 5, and a couple people with 4, maybe a couple people with 3 and 2. But, you know, Blackman, he's had a good half. They've been able to contain him. I think on the other side of the ball, I think, the highlight of the night after the performance of last night is Karan McKenzie. Karan struggled last night in last night's game and really came out tonight. And he's shooting 50% from the field. He's 4 from 8, 3 from 4 from 3-point range for 11 points. And so we got to be pleased with that. And also with the play of Patrick Shapika and Chris Van Landingham with 9 and 8. So better performance. One half doesn't make a game, but right now up comfortably at halftime.
And what you referred to last night is Karan McKenzie struggling. Missed his first 10 shots, ended up going 1 for 12 from the field, 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. And if Pirates want to win, that's not going to happen. He said he's shooting 50%. And also was, like you said, shutting down DJ Blackman. Nobody else is really doing anything for the Bears. That's why Pirates are able to take a lead. Also, and then the shooting of redshirt freshman David Pruitt, who is 3 for 3 from the field goal, 3 for 3 overall field goals, and 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, David Pruitt also getting an opportunity to get some minutes and really contributing out there. With some good-looking shots and nice 3-pointer at one point off a screen. So far so good. And really, it's either been open jumpers or drive into the lane. Not much of an inside present for the Pirates, but that's been kind of the way all year. Their game is to slash to the lane and see what they can pick up, see if they get to the free throw line, or they got to have good shooting performances from some of their outside shooters.
And the real only threat today so far down low has been Eris Brendich, who's made one shot from down low, but he's taken 4 shots. Marquise Duval, with 2 fouls and only 1 attempted field goal is the only other big man. Other than that, we're running basically a 4-guard, 1 big man system.
Basically we're running a 4-guard system. It's like we said it before the game. Coach Luther limited squad this year and really just trying to get through and try to find a way. But they're doing well tonight.
As we get ready for the start of the second half, Bears with the ball. Hodges taking it. Hodges from beyond the arc, off the rim, no good. Shapika with the rebound. Shapika back over to Robinson. Robinson out to McKenzie. McKenzie hot tonight, shooting right at 50%. Foul is called on 5. Alex Watkins is 6'2", 180-pound freshman guard from Charlotte, North Carolina for Lenoir-Rhyne. Not a good start. 25 seconds into the second half, you already have a foul. Robinson to take it out from underneath the basket. Out to Duval. Back out to McKenzie. Looking around. Robinson beyond the arc. Shoots it. Looks good. It is good. Point for Robinson. That is his 5th point of the game. Hodges with the ball. Out to Shaw. Back to Hodges. Out to Walls. Walls driving. Takes it up. No good. Blackman's there. No good. Shapika down with his 2nd rebound in as many tries. In as many possessions. McKenzie out to Shapika. 2-on-3. Pirates wait. Robinson back out to McKenzie. McKenzie to Shapika. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie on the top of the key. It is good. 6 straight points by the Pirates, making it now a 19-point lead versus a 13-point lead.
Good start, Armstrong Atlantic. All the little things they didn't do last night, they're doing tonight.
Said 49-30 lead, minute 30 into the second half. As Watkins takes a shot, seeing his first action of the game here in the second half. Already has 3.
Pirates just want to make sure that each possession is a good possession. They need to rush anything right now, get their offensive set, and try to get the open look.
And actually talking to Chad Jackson, our SID, during halftime, talking about the difference between last night's game and tonight's game. Lenoir-Rhyne actually defeated Mount Olive in both teams' season opener earlier in November.
Yeah, it's been interesting. If you look at Armstrong Atlantic, you look at the win over St. Augustine's, who is now, I believe, 8 or 9-1. Their only loss coming at the hands of Armstrong Atlantic. They beat Lenoir-Rhyne yesterday, beat Mount Olive today. So, that's why they play the game, right?
Exactly. But Karan McKenzie again make it 9 points so far in the second half.
We talked about that St. Augustine's game. I believe Karan had 28 points that night. So they need Karan McKenzie to really, be in the least of teens scoring wise.
Karan McKenzie, the 6'4", 215-pound senior guard,
17 points right now.
Transfer from Savannah State from Stone Mountain. Actually born in Bronx, New York. Hodges with the floater. Gets it to go. Robinson back down the other way.
McKenzie wants the ball.
Wouldn't you give it to him? Bad pass by McKenzie. Blackman's there. Gives it to Hodges. Hodges takes it up on Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham with the foul. Woo, barely. Ball just rolls out.
Maybe I'm shooting that ball, not passing it.
He'll shoot too. Coach Luther wanting to talk to McKenzie about that pass. Just shaking his head and smiling. And in a game like this, where you already have a big point margin, you can afford to do something like that. But when you get into a closer game,
and it's a good teaching moment right there. You know what? Look at it, make a better decision with the ball.
They'll definitely look at that again in the film room. The Lanningham taking it out to Robinson. Robinson driving. Changes his mind to Shapika. Shapika back out to McKenzie. McKenzie ball fake. Another bad pass by McKenzie. That's 2.
Yeah, it's hard out.
Luther sending in Dave Pruitt already. McKenzie needs to just be shooting.
Don't care that you have 17 points. If you're going to throw the ball away, you come sit next to me for a little bit.
A rare 3 by DJ Blackman. Blackman only taking 16 attempts all year, but he's 8 of 16, 500%. Can't make it 9 of 17 on the season. I apologize. He had one earlier today. But 10 of 18. Van Lanningham with the ball. Shapika down low. Shapika had Duval somewhat open on the backside. Didn't seem. He's fouled. Number 23, DJ Blackman. It's his first of the game. Coach talked about earlier about DJ Blackman. You kind of want to just make him obsolete. And, one way of doing that is by having him foul, but only 1 foul so far in this game.
David Pruitt will come in for Karan McKenzie. McKenzie goes off with 17 points, but had 2 turnovers, and just let him sit there for a little bit and protect the ball a little bit. I can see a little frustration on his face, but
McKenzie wanted to go down to the end of the bench and sit down, and Coach Jeremy Luther called him back.
Yeah.
Wanted to stay away from him. Charge is called. Number 15, Nathaniel Shaw, the forward. That's his 3rd. Correction. DJ Blackman, his 2nd, and is just as many minutes, probably. 52-39, Pirate lead here early, 16 minutes and counting in the second half of the final game of the Hampton Inn and Suites Fall Finals Classic.
Say that 5 times fast, huh?
I will not. I refuse. Shapika off the rim. Hodges with the rebound, driving. Changes mind, slowing it down a little bit. over on the NCAA logo on the top right-hand corner of your screen. Down to Shaw, no good. Blackman with the rebound, no good. Blackman with another rebound, another chance. Very nice underhanded put up.
Too easy there. Got several chances and then uncontested. And Coach Luther going to make another change.
Three chances in one possession is not something you want.
Got to watch it here. A little mini run by the Bears.
Lead down to 11 points. It was 13 at the half. 43 to 30. Blah, 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 blah. 43 to 30 lead by the Pirates. Eris Brundage makes his way in. Timeout by Coach Jeremy Luther. Eric, we were talking about it was a 13-point lead. All of a sudden got up to 19, and the Bears 19 points, and Bears have made it down to just 11.
11 points they've carried back in. There's Coach Luther not happy, but it started a couple careless turnovers, and Lenoir-Rhyne keep on scrapping and trying to get points. So 15:03 is an eternity in college basketball, so this one's far from over.
15:03 is an eternity in almost any sport nowadays, especially soccer when you've got a lead, right?
No, yeah, exactly. It seems like about 4 days then.
Exactly.
But the Pirates got to keep on doing what they've been doing, working hard on the defensive end. I think they still got to try to dribble, penetrate towards the basket. I thought Van Lanningham did a nice job of that in the first half. They kind of gotten away from it a little bit, and try to keep on doing what they're doing. But Blackman now, we talked about him only having 11. Now he's up to 16 points.
He must have heard us talking about him.
Must have, but you look at it, still no balance though. There's no balance at all. Lenoir-Rhyne, Marcus Hodges has 7, but Blackman with 16. He's carrying the offensive load. But right now, they're going to need someone else as well to get back in this.
And if you look at Armstrong, it's not quite as unbalanced, but it's a little unbalanced. Karan McKenzie, leading scorer, with 17. Patrick Shapika with 9, and then David Pruitt and Chris Van Lanningham with 8 apiece. Also, Gabriel Robinson and Eris Brundage with 5 apiece. Add that up, you get 52. It's 52-41 Pirate lead. Blackman goes up, no good. Blackman again, another second chance. It is good. Lead is now down to 9. 14:43 left. Next dead ball, we will have a media timeout. Pruitt over to Robinson. Shapika. Brundage being the only big man down low on Blackman. Kind of an unfair advantage for Blackman. Armstrong's going to have to utilize their outside wing players. Robinson drives, has to go back, called for the travel.
Pirates now.
I apologize. It was actually a full timeout called. Cancels out the media as of NCAA regulations. So we will keep playing some basketball.
Lenoir-Rhyne clawing her way back. Bears clawing her way back.
I was waiting on that one.
Oh.
Maybe it was time for the Bears that they needed to realize it's time to bear down.
All right.
Sorry, an old Chicago Bear fight song reference. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Shout out to anybody possibly listening from Chicago. Shapika with the ball. Over to Pruitt. 17 on the shot clock. Down to Robinson. Robinson trying to force his way down. It's up. Floater, no good.
Good hustle there, though, by Brundage.
As Shaw came down with the rebound on his way down, Brundage just slap happy and swats the ball out of bounds. Ends up being Pirate basketball. Very good job by Brundage.
Able to get it in. Well done.
Van Lanningham. Robinson. Oh, they also get a fresh 30, too. Fresh 35. Pruitt. The Brundage driving. A little bit of a miss-up. Tripped over his own 2 feet. Hodges. Out to Watkins. Watkins with a very nice 3. Pirates lead is down to 6. Robinson with the ball. Pirates going to have to do something here, change the momentum up. Van Lanningham over to Pruitt. Pruitt, 3, no good. Shaw with the rebound. Hodges with the ball. Driving down. Looking to cut into this dwindling Pirate lead.
5 minutes ago, we're up by 19.
5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, it was 52-33. Make it 4. Blackman with the floater in. Coach Luther's seen enough. He wants Karan McKenzie and Marquise Duval to come into the game. He's seen enough. He's also going to call a 30-second timeout.
Momentum is everything in sport, and right now the momentum is definitely on the side of Lenoir-Rhyne. You got to give them a lot of credit, Cortland. Down by 19 about 5.5 minutes ago, and now it's a 4-point game with 12:30 left.
Coach Luther's seen enough, not only calling his team in uniform, the guys also on the sidelines in shirt and tie, sitting out for this year, calling all of them, wanting a team effort, trying to chew into them a little bit, maybe turn this thing around. Like I said, momentum's everything in sports, especially in college sports, where momentum can take over talent any day.
Well, exactly. This is an important game. They lost last night. They're 3-4 right now. They're up by 19 points. You don't want to let this one slip away at home. This game could have ramifications for the rest of the season. They could turn you one way or the other. It's early, but when you're up 19 at home, you think you should be able to close it out, and right now they're only up by 4.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is also a region game, is it not?
Yes, it is a region game, so it definitely is important.
Even though it's not a conference game, region games mean everything. When it comes down to selection for the tourney. McKenzie out to Robinson. Out to Van Landingham. McKenzie back to Robinson. Robinson driving. Van Landingham back to McKenzie. 10 on the shot clock. Off the rim, no good. Hodges with the rebound. Hodges driving. Slows down a little bit. Trying to reset. Wanting to cut it into even more of this debilitating, deteriorating, dwindling lead that the Pirates have. Foul called on Ayers Brundage, 32. That's his third. Hodges will take it in. Out the walls. Back up top to Watkins. Over to Shaw. Hodges has got it. Blackman for 3. He's going to go out of bounds. Pirates lucky on that one. Nobody was in position to get the ball as it bounces over everybody's head.
Yeah,
went out of bounds. Pirates maybe can get a chance to put some points back onto this lead.
They need a basket. They need a basket to kind of stem the bleeding a little bit.
To put a little bit of dressing on it, a little bit of wound dressing.
Wound dressing.
McKenzie out to Van Landingham. Completely fooled Watkins. Duval's going to be called with a charge. I hate to be this guy, but it seems like every other game, Duval has more fouls than he does points. Common theme here tonight is that's his third foul. No points with 2 shots.
Yeah, definitely. There's just no inside presence at all. Everything has to be jump shot or dribble penetration. And when you can't get the ball inside at all, it makes it tough sometimes.
Definitely, you got to give kudos to Duval for the effort. Definitely being strong, doing some contact. Normally kind of steers away from it, being strong, but he's definitely not rewarded for it. As Shaw is blocked by Van Landingham, they're going to call the foul. Van Landingham not happy with it. Showing some ups. It's number 15. Nathaniel Shaw is attempting free throw. He's 0 for 5 this season. For free throws.
Looking for blood or something, I believe. Let's see.
What it appears to be. As in any sport, the moment you have blood, you got to go off the court or the field of play. Said Shaw this season is 0 for 0. Is 0 for on free throws.
Well,
0 for 6 so far this season. As Patrick Shapika makes his way back onto the court for Duval. Armstrong tried going with a 3-2 formation. Now they're back to the 4-1. Now he's 0 for 7. Shapika, once again, springing like a gazelle.
Went up strong for that one. Good rebound by Patrick. There you go.
Chris Van Landingham.
We need
very,
more of that.
very nice.
That's what we talked about earlier on. That's how they got the big lead. It was stuff like that. Van Landingham going confidently to the basket.
Chris Van Landingham just taking over. Rebounds no good. Foul called on 15. Nathaniel Shaw, who just missed his 6th and 7th free throw for the year. Shaw, 5 points. That is his 3rd foul. Van Landingham doing what he does best, just driving to the hole and working people underneath. Robinson back to McKenzie back to Shapika. Shapika stumbles a little bit. Out of Van Landingham, who's wide open. Stutter out to Robinson. Robinson spin move under the basket.
Well
no
done.
good. Should have had that one easily. Robinson goes back up, fouled. No good. Robinson had a wide open net rim. Should have had it easily, but it rolls out. Still gets the foul.
He gets the foul shots here, so hopefully he can knock down both of them. But it was good hustle underneath to try to keep that alive and get the second effort and second chance points. So Robinson steps to the line.
Robinson shooting his first free throw for the night. Already has 5 points. Make it 6. He's 1 for 1 tonight on the season.
Only 5-24 from the free throw line, so a little over 50%. Robinson not a real scorer, more of a assist guy, runs the offense, but
definitely leads the team easily with 32 assists all season. Not quite Will Kane, but doing his best at the point. Hodges over to Davis, back to Hodges. Hodges with the ball fake, dribbling. Over to Davis, back to Hodges. A little bit of hot potato game going on. Monkey in the middle. Back to Davis. Davis dribbling, back to Hodges. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Watkins. Watkins stumbles out. As Crawford got the rebound, appeared to travel, but I guess not.
Appeared to, but the ball kind of slipped away the last second, and I think Brundage was able to grasp it.
Anyway, it's a turnover. Pirates get the ball.
There's got to be a foul there, no?
As Robinson kicks the ball, Coach John Lentz not happy. Wanted a foul called. First dead ball under the 10-minute mark. Media timeout. Media timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Pirate Athletics. Cortland Hendricks here with three-time Southeast Regional head coach, three-time Southeast Regional Coach of the Year, once at Thomas University in Thomasville, and twice here in the brief five-year history of Armstrong soccer. Head coach Eric Faulkner. Nice long introduction. Here for Pirate basketball, coach finds that comical. Pirate basketball here. Armstrong with a 56-48 lead here with 9 minutes left over the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, as Davis takes a shot and it bounces off the rim, goes out of bounds off a Pirate player. Lenoir-Rhyne will retain possession. Coach is blushing a little bit.
Yeah.
We had to make you credible somehow, Coach.
Well, obviously my basketball credentials are a little weak, but
a coach is a coach is a coach.
It's all very similar.
Absolutely.
Well, you look at this one right now. Jeremy Luther's club has come out tonight with a little bit more passion, a little bit more work ethic. They got to give a lot of credit to Lenoir-Rhyne. They could have packed up and gone home already, but they're still in this.
Absolutely. After what was it, at the 15-minute mark or so?
Yeah, it was 19
No,
points.
it was at the 17-minute mark. Armstrong had a 19-point lead, and we thought for sure they were going to just go ahead and start the buses. Lenoir-Rhyne fought back to a 5-point lead, to a 5-point deficit, I believe. And now Armstrong's starting to get away from it a little bit. Only an 8-point lead now. McKenzie takes it back, backs out to Van Landingham. 15 on the shot clock. Van Landingham dribbling back to his left. Spin move to his right. Just awesome basketball, individual effort by Chris Van Landingham, which is what the Pirates needed to do all day.
The problem when you fall behind by 19 points, takes so much effort to get back into it. I think the Pirates were doing that last night, trying to get back in the game, and then every time they got close, they would fall behind. Lenoir-Rhyne has made a spurt here, but let's see if they've run out of gas.
As Hodges attempts a three and misses. Pirates get the rebound. Robinson with the ball.
We have a confrontation here between the two coaches, and not sure what
words were being said. Not sure what happened. Earlier I heard Jeremy Luther, he wasn't happy with one of his players. He slapped the AT&T sign, actually caused the light to go out, as you can see in your top left-hand corner of your screen. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. We can only speculate over here on the other side of the court, though.
No, it's kind of like old Roy Williams, Koshashevsky, two people going, but calmer heads have prevailed now.
Everything seems to be all is good. I don't know if they'll be inviting each other for dinner, but
we're sending a holiday greeting card in the mail. But we got 7:55 left here. And the Pirates,
Chris Van Landingham once again.
Pirates are opening it back up again.
Just putting on a clinic on individual one-on-one basketball. Kudos to him. 60-48 Pirate lead, 7:40 left and counting. Yes. Blackman for three, off the rim, no good. Van Landingham with the rebound. However, a foul is called. A technical foul was called on number 15, Nathaniel Shaw. From over here, it just appeared that he was clapping. However, we can only speculate as to what he said. Eric, I don't know if you saw it, but I definitely did. It just appeared that he was clapping.
Yeah, it may have been an addition. Sometimes there's something verbal that goes with that.
Absolutely.
You can't see. But right now, the Pirates, you got to give them credit. Lenoir-Rhyne came all the way back, and now they've opened it back up to 12. With Chris Van Landingham, you can't say enough about the performance. Carl McKenzie obviously 17 points, but Van Landingham with 14, and we may see some more technical fouls before we're done here.
Coach John Lynch not happy about the call. As Sean Brown, the PA announcer, plays a very appropriate song. We're going to take a quick break as I run over and ask a question. You're listening to Pirate Radio.
Eric Faulkner here, as Cortland Hedricks will be back in one moment, but a little fireworks, I guess you can say, between the two head coaches, as there was some sort of disagreement, but and then a technical foul on Lenoir-Rhyne to follow, but the Pirates have opened up a 60-48 lead with 7:35 here in the second half, after Lenoir-Rhyne scrapped all the way back from a 19-point deficit to cut it to 5, but the Pirates have took command again, and Chris Van Landingham will have a chance to add to that lead into his point total, but his first one is off the mark. But his second one is good, so 61-48. And now the ball will, as Topeka enters the game and Cortland rejoins us.
Jeremy was just defending one of his players. Coach made a comment, and Jeremy was just defending his players. Is all we know. Is all we're going to say. Leave it at B. Chris Van Lanningham, I didn't see. Did he make both technicals?
He missed the first one, made the
second one. Okay, 13-point lead for the Pirates as they try to get the book straightened out. As far as the team foul and the personal foul, there's always discrepancy as far as if it's from the bench, if it's from a player, stuff like that. So just trying to get it straightened out.
Entertaining last few minutes. We've had a little bit of everything.
A little short of a three-ring circus.
And a fantastic introduction of my career.
Of you? Oh, of your credentials.
My credentials.
We had to make it seem that you knew you kind of knew what you were talking about.
Kind of know.
Kind of not really.
Kind of not really.
Nonetheless, Armstrong is proud of its soccer coach. Needless to say, having the best year, I guess you could say, in soccer history.
I would say so. We won our first championship this year, and I think that was a big thing for us. And advancing into the NCAA tournament to the second round. So hopefully something to build on.
Absolutely. Had a decent season, but ended up making it all the way through the tournament and becoming not the regular season, but the tournament Peach Belt Conference champions. Talking to some of the girls, that was a huge moment for them.
Yeah,
as it should be. It's one of your goals that you always try to reach, and they were able to do it.
I was excited for them. They worked hard for it, and hopefully something we can build on for next season. And as we have a delay and some appropriate music here. Not sure exactly what's going on, but
we apologize for the space fillers. Just trying to talk a little soccer from some space fillers.
But
Eric,
fall sport volleyball had a good year, making it to the NCAA tournament. We started a cross country program. And,
we did. Assistant basketball coach Evan Davis.
Davis, he was the coach of that.
And the cross country, except for a couple other players, was actually the basketball team doing some conditioning.
After Christmas break, spring sports will get geared up and ready to go, and be a busy time on campus.
Absolutely. I know I'm ready. As we get back to the action here. Crawford with the ball. Out to high, just give you a little update. 61-48, Pirates with a 13-point lead. 7:20 and counting here in the second half. Pirates at one point, Pirates were leading by 13 at the half, ended up going up by 19. The Bears were able to chip away at it and get it down to 5. Now it's back up to 13. Had a technical foul called, and that's what the discrepancy was over. Excuse me. The Bears are able to score there, down to 11 points, 61-50. Pirate lead. Pruitt with the ball. Over to McKenzie at the top of the key. Back over to Pruitt to his right. Ball fake. Robinson back down to McKenzie to the left. McKenzie driving. Stop jumper. No good. Blackman with the rebound. That is now Blackman's 11th. He got it. Previous rebound was his double-double. He's 20 and 11. Shot is no good. Karan McKenzie with the rebound.
Pirates now just got to be smart with their possessions, not give the ball away, and try to look for some good shots to see if they can add to their lead.
Gabriel Robinson over to Topeka. 6 minutes and counting. Pirates 11-point lead. Travel call and Patrick Topeka. The AASU Athletic Department wishes to thank the following for the support of their AASU basketball: AT&T, Coca-Cola, Little Caesars, Carmichael Winsong Theaters, Smoothie King, Waffle House, Pita Pita. And a special thanks to Hampton Inn & Suites for their outstanding support of the 2009 Hampton Inn & Suites Fall Finals Classic. Armstrong would also like to thank all of his supporters and boosters. Hodges with the long fadeaway two. It is good.
Not going away, are they?
They're not. That was a very, very pretty shot by Hodges.
Lenoir-Rhyne.
Karan McKenzie needs to step up here. If he can make a couple more shots and make this lead a little bit more comfortable. He was on fire the first half. McKenzie back up the top to Pruitt.
Six on the shot clock, have to get a shot off. Well done. Yeah, Lanningham. Nice game he's having, huh?
Very, very. That's an awesome game so far he's having. But most of his points in the second half have also been on driving. That was a very nice last-second shot by Van Lanningham. Van Lanningham now with 17 on the night. If I'm not mistaken, that's got to be his career high here at Armstrong.
Yeah, I can check on it, but I think that's probably about right. But you can see some of the things that Coach Jeff Burkhammer did when he recruited him out of North Carolina that he can score.
Pruitt over to Robinson to Van Lanningham. Nice ball fake. Back up to Robinson. Goes down to the top to the foul line. Up top to McKenzie. McKenzie, no good. Davis with the rebound.
The basket here, and they've cut it back down to 6. Sorry, 5. Right now it's an 8-point lead.
Foul called. Excuse me, it's even something caught my throat. Foul on number 3, Dave Pruitt. Just Patrick Spica makes his way in. Pruitt's second foul on the night. Excuse me. Hodges makes the first one. I just got word from the powers that be. This is not Chris Lanningham's career high. .24 is his career high as we get the numbers across the court from Chad Jackson. Swat, almost went in. Foul is on number 5, Alex Watkins. It is his third. Team 6 on the half. Lanningham going for point 18, possibly 19. Got it. Lanningham on the night. 6 for 7 from the charity stripe.
6 of 8 from the field.
As Ayers Brundage. I don't know about you, Eric, but I'd like my quarterback to have that numbers, let alone a guard. Lanningham making it 18. Extends the lead to 8. 65-47, 4 exactly, and counting left in the game. Walls with the ball. Over to Watkins. Excuse me. Yes, Watkins. Back over to Hodges. Hodges to Walls. Hodges' shot is no good. Tipped off Blackman. Passes it off. Tipped.
Yeah, good play there by Lenoir-Rhyne to keep that one alive.
Bears will get a fresh 30. 5, excuse me. Hodges drives floater off the backboard. No good. Foul is called on Gabe Robinson. Not happy about the call.
Not happy about it, but looked like he wasn't quite set.
Hodges approaches the line. On the season, Marcus Hodges is 38 of 84, 38 of 43, shooting 89% from the charity stripe. Very, very good numbers for the 5'10 senior guard, 170 pounds from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Makes his both shots. As Marquise Duval makes his way onto the court. 65-59 Pirate lead. 3:15 and counting. Gabe got the ball. Crosses half court. Back over, fights to the right, stops, passes back out to Shapika. Got Marquise Duval open underneath. Does not pass, has to dribble out. Going to kill some time. 20 on the shot clock. McKenzie with the ball. Duval at the top of the key, back over to Shapika to the left, passes it down to Robinson, down in the paint. Nice spin move around side, gets Blackman to jump, completely fakes Blackman out. The very, very aggressive Blackman fakes him out, goes up. Easy 2 points by Gabriel Robinson. Blackman shoots down, cross-court pass. The Watkins shoots. It is good. Pirate lead is now down to 5, 67-62. Eric, like we talked about earlier, Pirates lead will get high, get low, get high, get low, and then dwindle down to 5 or less.
Yeah, just Coach Luther not happy with that. Or just letting too many people get too many open looks, and gave an earful to, I believe, Patrick Shapika on his way back to the bench. But you know, it seems like Lenoir-Rhyne, every time you think they're done, they get back into it. So hey, 2:30 left, 5-point lead for the Pirates. Things are interesting.
It is interesting. Definitely not the same game we thought it would be. Roughly 15 minutes ago, basketball time. Pirates had a 19-point lead. Came out at the half. They're leading 43-30. 13-point lead. All of a sudden, it booms to 19, and it dwindled down a little bit to 5. I believe it got back up to about 13 or 14, and it's back down again to 5. The Bears are fighting, not going away. Like we talked about earlier today, this Lenoir-Rhyne team, despite their record of 2-6, had defeated the Mount Olive Trojans, who defeated the Pirates last night by a final of 73-72-65. So this is not a bad Lenoir-Rhyne team. They just had a couple of they just had a couple of bad games. But like I said, this is a very good Lenoir-Rhyne team. Shapika at the top, left to Robinson. As we look at the stat sheet, not only did they defeat Mount Olive, but did it by 5 points from the opening game of the season. Then they lost by 2 to Limestone, lost by 7 to Queens, lost in overtime to Barton, and stuff, and so on it goes. This is not a bad team.
Barton won national championship in 07.
You said in 07?
07, I believe. And Catawba went to the NCAA tournament last year, so tough schedule early on.
Coach John Lentz throwing his Bears into the pit early, I guess you could say. Playing seems like Mount Olive, playing St. Augustine, playing Armstrong.
Yeah, Armstrong.
Barton. Now, this is not an easy schedule for this Bears team. Out of the South Atlantic Conference, which I believe is what Newberry's in, where Coach Jeremy Luther came from. So he has experience playing this Lenoir-Rhyne team. Walls with the shot is no good. Now got to Crawford. They got a fresh 35, 67-62 lead. Pirates, the shot by Watkins is no good. Foul is called on the Pirates by Gabriel Robinson.
I think actually
that is Robinson's 5th. That's Gabriel Robinson's 5th foul. He has fouled out. Robinson's night ending. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 9 points.
Yeah, he's working hard, Gabe, on that one. Probably a correct call. He got up the back to get the ball, but you can't fault the effort.
Full timeout taken by John Lentz, and like we said, it's been a long game, but it's been over a minute now. No points have been scored. Still a 5-point lead.
Yeah, 5-point lead, and here's a chance for Lenoir-Rhyne to chip into it a little bit more if the clock stopped.
Well, like we always talk about, the old sports expression, it's a chopping block. You just keep chipping away at it, eventually it'll go away, and that's what Lenoir-Rhyne has done once again. Like I said earlier, this can't be said enough. Pirates had a 19-point lead right off the bat out of the second half, towards 2 minutes into the second half, and then Lenoir-Rhyne's able to chip away at it, get it down to 5, and went back up to 13 or 14, and once again chipping away, back down to 5. As you're looking over the stats, Chris Van Landingham is the leading scorer for the Pirates with 19. 2 assists and 1 rebound. Karan McKenzie with 17 points and 4 rebounds. Patrick Shapika and Gabriel Robinson both with 9. Gabriel Robinson just fouled out. David Pruitt with 8, and Aris Brundage with 5. Aris Brundage had a very good first half, has not really done it. I wouldn't say hasn't done anything, but hasn't really made a name for himself so far this second half.
Now he's a little bit quiet, but
talk about although a freshman, definitely showing some promise. Very, very good young player.
Well, your point guard is now on the bench, so it's going to be interesting who's going to handle the ball.
Normally,
Shapika, right?
I believe it's Shapika because that's who normally has it when Robinson gets his rest. Shapika running the point with Karan McKenzie, with Karan McKenzie and Chris Van Lanningham being the other 2 guards, and Aris Brundage and Marquise Duval both on the court. Rare for the Pirates to have a 3-2 formation. I guess Jeremy Luther is stressing power down low and rebounding. Well, one of the 2 big men in at once.
Oh, got stripped.
Stripped by Blackman. Shapika goes to the foul. Doesn't get it. Blackman with the point. Lead is down to 3. McKenzie. Bears are pressing. Under 1 minute remaining. Pirates just need to hold on to the ball if they can.
Yeah, we talked about, Gabe being on the bench now. That was Lanningham losing the ball at the top of the arc.
Duval's got it.
Here by
McKenzie. 19.
No need to foul.
15 on the shot clock. 36 remaining in the game. Foul is called on 20. Kamiko, excuse me. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. Kamiko Walls. That is his second of the game. Just got this in. Chris Van Lanningham career high is 29 versus Bruton Parker in the home opener.
Year.
Home opener. One second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Fumble. Scrum for the ball. Foul is called.
It's Armstrong.
Foul is called.
Now they need a 3-pointer.
No, kickball's called.
Dribble into a lot of traffic. Quite fortunate there from the Lenoir-Rhyne.
Absolutely. I like the decision by Blackman just to be strong and go down. You give the ball to big. The saying goes, big players. Good players make good plays in big moments.
Well, here we are, 18.7 left. We got a three-point game. Pirates are leading 67-64. Cortland, we're, like I said, at the 17-minute marker, it's 19 points. You got to be disappointed by that. But at this point, Jeremy Luther just wants to get out here with a win because at the end of the day, they don't really care about how much you win it by as long as you get in the win column.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. To the point now, it doesn't matter how much they win by as long as they have one more than the other. That's all that matters to him right now. Just wants to get out of there with his tail tucked between his legs. He got here with a victory. 67-64 Pirate lead. Both teams are in the bonus. Lenoir-Rhyne in the double bonus because Armstrong's got 9 fouls. The possession arrow is in Armstrong's favor. So if there's any jump ball, Armstrong automatically gets the ball. Has us exhausted Armstrong faithful after watching this game. Crawford's going to bring the ball in. 18, less than a second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. Hodges with the ball. Shapika's got him.
Tough
long,
shot.
No good. There's Blackman. It goes in.
2.
Timeout is called.
So
2
now
points.
they can foul and to get the last shot. So they've managed this well, Cortland. We thought, you got to go for a 3, but realistically here, you're only down by 1. The worst case scenario that can be, if you get quick fouls, you're down by 3 with a chance to tie it or a chance to win it. So, they're going to look to see who we're going to foul, who Coach Luther is going to put out on the court. You look at their free throw shooters, not a great free throw shooting team. If you look at it, obviously Chris Van Lanningham leads it with 73%, but you start looking down the line here.
You have Chris Van Lanningham at 73, then you have Patrick Shapika at 68, and then David Pruitt and Marquise Duval both at 2/3 evenly, and then after that it just kind of falls. It snowballs downhill. So
yeah,
I mean, if you're Lenoir-Rhyne, if you're John Lintz's Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, you know who you're going to go after. It's these other people who have only taken.
Yeah, we'll see who the Pirates have on the floor. Karan McKenzie's a 50% free throw shooter.
You have
68%.
Minus Gabriel Robinson, the Pirates have their 4 best, I would say, players on the court.
Yeah.
And then Marquise Duval, who's the big body to be on Blackman.
This ball's probably going to Van Lanningham, I would think.
I would hope so. Over Shapika. 6 seconds remaining.
So 50% free throw shooter, doesn't get there a lot. 6 of 12 though. So if he just shoots his average,
it's a 2-point ball game.
2-point ball game.
We're hoping he's a little better than average right now, though, don't you think?
Well, he's had a good night.
McKenzie, 6 for 13 from the
Has
field,
not
5
been
for
to the
8
line
from
now.
3, 5 rebounds, 17 points. Has not been to the line. Eric is correct on the evening. Like he said earlier, from the line this season, he is right at 500 even, 6 for 12. Maybe easily the most 2 important thus far this season.
Yeah, this is key situation here, and
Pirates are definitely looking to play defense.
both there is a timeout, 2 timeouts for.
Cron makes one of them. There's your 50%. Maybe he can make the next one. As the people in the stands are on their feet here at Alumni Arena. McKenzie makes his second one.
They're going to call a timeout.
Pirates have a 3-point lead, 69-66. Definitely did not feel the pressure.
Big free throws right there. In a worst case scenario here is that Lenoir-Rhyne can tie this game and we get to spend some extra time here.
Exactly. I read this. This is actually kind of funny. Walking through the athletic facilities today, I read on Joe Roberts' bulletin board. He has a post from a quote from Chuck Noll. When he asked about winning those 4 Super Bowls in 6 years, they said, well, how did you deal with all that pressure? He said, pressure is only something that somebody feels when you don't know what you're doing. Cron McKenzie obviously didn't feel the pressure, knew what he was doing, made the 2 free throws.
Yeah, big free throws. Gives him 19 points in a night. DJ Blackman, he has his 24, so, he's 10 of 19. Only 1 of 2 from 3-point range. Alex Watkins is 4 of 6 from 3-point range.
Good
What do you
average.
draw up here? Do you go with your leading scorer or do you go with Watkins?
I would take right now who's got the hot hand on the team. I think
it's Watkins from 3.
I would agree. Blackman, despite being a big man, Blackman actually takes a good bit of, despite what I said earlier, Blackman actually takes a good bit of 3-pointers tonight. He's
Watkins,
1 for 2 from the field.
Yeah,
1 for 2 from the 3-point line, and Watkins is 4 for 6.
Watkins is on the floor, so.
With 12 points.
And the ball's in Watkins' hand. He's going to drive. They're going to shoot this. No.
No good. Pirates come away with the victory. Jeremy Luther not giving any respect to the other team. Telling him to go straight to the locker room. We were going to have a post-game interview, but I guess not.
Hey, that's all right, Hey, wait, let's see if he shows up over here. But, hey, you got to look at it, 69-66.
Oh, he is coming over here for the post-game interview. I'm sorry.
You want to do it?
Eric, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Eric, thank you very much. We're going to talk to Coach Luther here for a second. Cortland Hendricks here with head coach Jeremy Luther. Coach, first of all, good game, good effort by the guys tonight, despite of what you said about how they played last night.
Well, you make comments like that, hoping kids respond. They responded extremely well. I've always said if we make shots and play with effort, we're pretty good. If we make shots and don't play with effort, we're just okay. If we don't make shots, don't play with effort, we're pretty bad. And the kids, go ahead.
Despite being 2 of 6, Lenoir-Rhyne is not a bad team with their leading scorer, DJ Blackman, averaging 21 points a game. He came in tonight after tonight's game was 24 and 13. Although he had those kind of good numbers, how were you still able to defeat the Bears?
Well, it's about a team effort. We know he's a good player. So we didn't have a lot of time to scout and prep for this like we normally would have. And we just basically said, look, if he's going to get his, he's going to get his, and we got to do a lockdown defensive job on everybody else. And the kids did a good job. We had a lot of their stuff, since I've coached against them for the last 2 years,
Correct.
a lot of their stuff I already knew, so we did a pretty good job of prepping the kids for it. So kind of wiped them out, mixed them up defensively with our trap, with our zone, with our man. So all in all, it's an effort, and I hope our kids learn from this effort because this is the second time we've beaten a pretty good team. St. Augustine's, who's 9-1. Their only loss was to us because of the effort.
Right.
You know, we got to continue to talk about motor, talk about being active, and that's what we're trying to stress right now while we try to find our identity.
That's what, and we were talking about this earlier. Chris Van Landingham had another excellent game, 19 points. You know, for the sophomore who got a little bit of playing time last year as a freshman. How has he been able to grow, and how much of an asset is he to your team this year?
Well, you know, when I got the job, he was one of the first kids I was worried about. Didn't quite know how he was going to respond. I know he had a good relationship with Coach Jeff Burkhammer, so we kind of got to him early. And in the fall, he's been such a leader in conditioning. He gives effort, maximum effort, and that's what all of us are about. Every head coach wants effort, no matter what sport you play, and he does give that. He's getting a lot of confidence now. Last year, he played on a really good team, played behind a bunch of really good players, and didn't get that consistent. He's starting to get more consistent now. When you get more consistent, it gives your effort. It makes a lot of things just click for us, and he's doing a really good job for us.
All right. Good game, Coach. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cortland Hendricks back here. Like you said, Pirates are able to are able to limp away 69-66 here in a victory. They return to action, as I get the schedule out. Sorry, we said this earlier. Can't find the schedule. I think, yeah. No, I believe they returned they returned back to action on the 28th for the men's tournament. Like I said, we thank you very much. Cortland Hendricks here for Coach Eric Faulkner. Thank you very much. We hope you have happy holidays.